Científicos descubrieron una nueva especie de pez cerca de la costa del Pacífico de México, en el archipiélago de Revillagigedo. Benjamin Fravel, ictiólogo y gerente de la colección de vertebrados marinos del Instituto de Oceanografía de la Universidad de Carolina en San Diego, y coautor del reporte que da cuenta del hallazgo, cuenta que durante una expedición encontraron esta nueva especie de pez tropical, al cual nombraron Alichoere sanchezi, en honor a Carlos Armando Sánchez Ortiz, científico marino de la Universidad Autónoma de Baja California Sur. Sánchez Ortiz recolectó el primer espécimen de este pez de la familia de los lábridos y organizó la expedición en 2022, de acuerdo con el Instituto de Oceanografía de la Universidad de California en San Diego.
This started as kind of a collaborative international research expedition with a couple goals. So it was organized by 4 people, Ross Robertson, who's at the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute in Panama, as well as Carlos Sanchez, who is a professor at Universidad Autónoma de Baja California Sur in La Paz, and as well as 2 underwater photographers who are just amazing at photographing fish, named Carlos and Alison Estape. And the 4 of them kind of had this goal of revisiting and really hitting the Revillagigedos with like a fine comb to better document what species of fish are living in that archipelago, and also with a goal of kind of collecting some fresh specimens for museums and research collections here in the United States and Mexico.
Esta expedición, en conjunto con el grupo de científicos internacionales que pertenecían a la Universidad Autónoma de Baja California Sur, Scripps, el Museo de Historia Natural del Condado Los Ángeles, el Instituto Smithsonian de Investigaciones Tropicales, la Fundación de Ciencias Oceánicas y la Universidad de Florida Central. También contaba con 11 fotógrafos submarinos para documentar la complejidad del ecosistema que exploraban, de acuerdo con el Instituto Scripps de Oceanografía.
So we went down and were collecting them, and collected quite a few more specimens. We found them. It was kind of this habitat that was this big, kind of flat rubble plain, this like field of rubble. It kind of looked like honestly like a soccer field, but of like volcanic rubble that was gray and about this big, with boulders all around it. Kind of a weird habitat, but it was like right at the base of this volcano, so I'm sure something happened when this volcano erupted and formed this. And the rest, they were just living kind of in around the rocks and kind of in the gravel. And they're not very big. They're only about maybe that big to about 6 inches or so. So it's a fairly small fish.
De acuerdo con el Instituto Scripps de Oceanografía, la mayoría de estos peces lábridos son hermafroditas secuenciales, lo que significa que comienzan su existencia como hembras y luego pueden hacer una transición a macho si es necesario y en las circunstancias correctas. Esto complicó un poco la expedición, ya que al comienzo solo se había obtenido un espécimen en su etapa inicial, un término que se usa para identificar a las hembras, pero necesitaban un segundo espécimen, que es el de la etapa terminante, término para identificar a los machos.
We had only seen what was called the initial phase, this female color, which is the very pretty one that's like white and red stripes, kind of candy striped. But we didn't know what the males looked like. Towards the end of the dive, I'm like, we got to go figure out if we can find one of these terminal phases. And so we're swimming around, and eventually I come across one and see it. And you know, it's a little bit bigger and it's very different colors.
En su totalidad, los investigadores recolectaron 8 especímenes de su nuevo descubrimiento y tras un análisis de ADN se dieron cuenta que este pez tropical era una especie de pez lábrido distinto a otros, de acuerdo con el Instituto Scripps de Oceanografía.
It's really exciting. That's kind of some of the research that I do is figuring out how we tell species of fish apart, because that's what you need to understand the true diversity of life on the planet.